I have my team here, Kunming and Andrew and Pei as well. I think we can start already. Kunming, you might want to mute. Yeah.
Sorry.
Right. That's a sign that we should start, I guess. Right. So welcome to our webinar session this evening by the Gem Museum. Okay, and this is our very first webinar to kickstart the first topic that we kickstarting our webinar for this month. And this month is very special. We're going to have 4 webinars every Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. And yeah, without further ado, let me just introduce ourselves. Maybe some of you are new to us, some of you are not, but it's okay. Let me just introduce ourselves. Give me a second. Okay. So of course we are a Far East Gems group, okay, and and we have a few companies that makes up this whole gem group. The first one is actually the Gem Lab, where we do gem testing, evaluation. We do valuation for estate jewelry and so on and so forth as well. So we have also some advanced gem testing equipment that we use. And followed by the Institute. So the Gem Museum is actually an initiative by the Gem Institute, and it was founded in 2015. Later, I'll just talk a little bit more. But in any case, the Far East Gem Institute, we run classes. We have online classes right now, and there are SkillsFuture SkillsFuture accredited. Yeah, so if you're Singaporeans, you are locals, you have the SkillsFuture credit, you can actually use that to come for our classes. And in the group, we also have a retail, which is Far East Gems and Jewelry. Right now, of course, we cannot run retail in the shops, like physical shop, but we still have our online e-store. We have our e-commerce platforms, and we sell loose gemstones. We also do customized jewelry for people as well. And behind that, we have we do gem sourcing and manufacturing. That means we cut gemstones. I mean, we don't cut gemstones, but we have the source to cut gemstones. And of course, we help people to source for gemstones as well. Sometimes the gemstones are very specific quality and specific location and things like this. So we help people to find gemstones. And of course, finally, we have the Gem Museum, which was founded in 2015, as I mentioned just now, by myself, as well as Kunming, who is here this evening. And at the end of the sharing, we're going to show you some diamonds, okay, not gemstones, some diamonds, unique and special diamonds. So, we make it a little bit more interactive since we are not able to be together physically. Okay, so Kunming and I, we are the co-founders of the Gem Museum. We graduate with Gem A, FGA, so we are qualified gemologists. So without further ado, I'm going to hand this time over to our speaker for today. His name is Andrew, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. Andrew, over to you.
My name is Andrew. I'm the curator of the museum. If you've been to the museum, you might have seen me before. I'm graduated in GIA as a graduate gemologist. So a little bit about myself is how did I become a gemologist? People always ask me when I'm working in a museum. So how it all began is when I was working for a jewelry company in the HR department. I just befriended some of gemologist friends. Prior to that, I have no idea that gemologists existed before. So when I befriended them, they just start telling me about gemology, and the spark just instantaneous. It just comes right there, and I just do a lot of research on what is gemology and how do I further my study on gemology, and boom, here I am. So right now, today, as you all know, I'm going to share a topic about salt and pepper, the rising trend of salt and pepper. So what are salt and pepper diamonds? Some of you might have heard it, some of you might not. It's actually quite simple. It's actually a natural colorless diamond that contains minute black and white inclusions. So what are inclusions? Inclusions are actually foreign matters that are inside a diamond or a gemstone. And the black inclusions referred as a pepper inside the diamond. You can see the black dots over there. And the white inclusions referred to as the the white inclusions, which is transparent, and you can see there's a straight line over there. The inclusions are quite common in gemstones, like I mentioned, but for diamonds, the black inclusions are mostly referred to as graphite. Although there are some other cases like magnetite, hematite, or native irons, graphite is the most common one that can be found in diamonds because of they both share the same elements of carbon, but they just appear differently based on their difference in atomic structure. And why does it have a lot of graphite in it is maybe due to the change of environment during the diamond growing stage underground, deep down in the mantle. So something like a change of temperature or can manipulate the carbon into different crystal structure. So what about the white inclusions, the salt? The white inclusions are actually mineral crystals. It's far too is the possibilities of what mineral it is are endless. You see, so judging by the looks of the colorless crystal, can't give you a definite answer on what type of crystal are they. So there are ways to know what crystal are they if you want to know, like the Raman spectroscopy, um, or the or if the crystal have um, very defined crystal shape, of course you can filter out the choices of the mineral as well, or maybe you can just cut open the diamond and see and to test the crystal itself, which you do not want to do. So these two pictures right here are taken by us, the Gem Museum. It's part of our samples. The right specimen is quite unique because the purple garnet crystal in the diamond is quite rare and quite big size. The color is quite vivid as well. So we did a testing and determined that it was purple garnet. So how rare are salt and pepper diamonds? The answer is just no, it's not rare. If you might even think like, why is it not rare, but yet you can't find it in jewelry stores, or some of you that have not heard of it. Why you haven't heard of it? You see. So before this trend started, most of the salt and pepper diamonds were deemed as industrial quality diamonds. How does an industrial quality diamonds looks like? Is just like in the picture right here. You can see some of them are very darkish, very opaque. No light can go through. Even after you cut it, no light can reflect through the diamond, which is quite pointless to cut it in the end. So it will be, in the end, it will go to the industrial. It will be used in an industrial um, for their purposes like cutting, polishing. But in fact, 70% of the world diamond productions are industrial grade, and that's a lot. But however, there's only around 10% of it are salt and pepper. So when the mine mines out all the diamonds in large quantity, they will go through a sorting process. Every mine has them. Okay, they'll go through the process based on the 4Cs of the diamond rough. And you can see this picture here. It's segregated into colors, I assume. So, and the salt and pepper diamonds, due to its low quality, they have to consider the marketability of them before they make any decision to place it in the gem quality section or the industrial quality section. So factors like, if I cut it, will it be easy to sell? Or is it worth it? Or even if is it worth the time to cut? And and in the end, nobody wants to buy, just collecting dust. So all they do is for profit, and they have to consider all of this factor before deciding which area it goes to. So after all this, what makes it different than a normal diamond? So we're going to talk a little bit about 4Cs of the salt and pepper diamond. This 4C is quite different because salt and pepper is hard to be appreciated by the 4Cs because of different factors. The first will be the clarity of the salt and pepper. Usually, there are high clarity range, of course, due to its high relief of black pepper inclusions. High relief means high visibility of the pepper. In contrast, the black pepper is black and the body tone is white. So it's very easy to spot the inclusion, which gives it a very low clarity grade. And because of that, most salt and pepper diamonds does not have a certificate because it would just increase the price if you bring it for a certification in a lab, and you do not want that because it's already low quality diamond, and you want to boost your sales. So as you can see here, clarity plays a big part. You can see the diamond on the left, the kite-shaped diamond. The cutter plays an important role here. So he orients the clarity into a top and bottom part of the diamond gives it a boost in its marketability. You see a gap in the middle. You can see two separate black inclusions. While on the right, you can see just a speckle of black inclusions on the left, which give it a kind of a unique touch to the diamond compared to a normal diamond. So next will be the color. Colorless diamond body tone, of course, is the best suit for salt and pepper diamond to give a good contrast for the black inclusion, the pepper, and the salt. Sometimes you might not see the salt, but if there's a good amount of pepper in it, you might actually see the salt play around the clarity of it. And diamonds, it can be found in many colors, salt and pepper as well. Common colors such as yellow and brown and even pink. So for fancy colored diamonds, you do not want to have any inclusions, especially black pepper inclusions, like this pink diamond right here. For fancy colored diamonds, we want to admire its color. And any inclusions inside will just distract your attention away from the color, because what you see here is you're just going to focus on the black inclusions, which is not what you want. So the cut is quite straightforward. Usually cut is actually one of um, the one of the most important aspects for a normal diamond, because how the cut for the diamond will play around with the internal reflection of the diamond to create more brilliance and fire as well. So for the salt and pepper, maximizing the brilliance of the diamond is not the main objective. So the common cut would be the rose cut. How a rose cut looks like would be, as you can see the picture here, the top view, you can just see symmetrical triangles, and the side view, it will be bulging out from the top, from the middle, and that is actually to create windows for you to see the pepper inclusions, because yeah, there's no point for brilliance like what I said. You had okay. So lastly will be the carat. Okay, the carat, of course, play a major part in the price determination of the salt and pepper diamonds, because it's already high range. The color is colorless, and the cut is rose cut. So there's not many things you can judge by just the price of the salt and pepper. So what I have here is the largest salt and pepper diamond ever known. So it's actually made by Concierge Diamonds, like I credited down there, and it's actually a video. So enjoy. So now we're going a 360 view of this diamond. What you can see here, you can see full of pepper inclusions. It's full of them, but it also allows light to go through, which makes it like what the name said, the Starry Night. And look at this on the palm, on the finger. You can see good cut, good reflection of on the surface. Internal light can go through as well. It's just like stars in the night, you know. So in contrary to what I said before, salt and pepper diamonds are not rare, but judging by this size, 25 carat, it's actually quite rare. So imagine a mine holding this Starry Night diamond rough. It's just one piece of black ball. You can't really see anything in it. So it's what are the chances of them having this to be cut into a diamond? So it makes it one rare stone, one lot, the rarest, I would say, the rarest salt and pepper diamonds of all. Okay, so what is the value? I guess everyone would want to know this. Consumer, we as a consumer, and actually the price gap for the salt and pepper versus the colorless diamonds is about 4 times difference. Having judging them having the same size um, and graded by the 4Cs. So 4 times difference is quite a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the difference as well. The ones on the left, I believe it's rose cut. I can't really see without any reflection. So the one on the right is cut into the usual round brilliant cut. So you can see a lot of reflection going in diamond, while on the left, it doesn't have any reflection at all. They just want you to focus on the pepper itself. So that's the difference. So why is it trendy? So it actually happens like a few years ago, the trend of salt and pepper diamond. Um, so the special thing about salt and pepper diamond is there's always a beauty in the flaw, the imperfection. So everyone see things differently, and any kind of patterns would satisfy anyone. So having said that, no two salt and pepper diamonds are the same. In fact, no two gemstones are the same. So what you get is definitely one of a kind. Nobody else will have the same thing as you. Whereas colorless diamonds, yeah, everything they just bland, colorless. There's nothing to see. For me, as a gemologist perspective, I would like to have something that's inside to see, and maybe you can show off to people, tell stories about it. You know, something. Why is it different than a normal, typical colorless diamond? And of course, the price is much less expensive. Like I mentioned, 4 times difference. You can save a lot. You can save it for the setting. You can choose a good gold, good metal, and or maybe choose a better size stone as well. And lastly, is be different. You know, for me, I would I always want to be different, like doing something out of the norm. You know, yeah. All I want to say is that salt and pepper diamonds are not just another gift from nature. We just have to see it and see it differently and appreciate it. And before that, if you ask me, would I buy a salt and pepper diamond, I would say yes. If the salt and pepper really um, suits my style, or if I see some salt and pepper diamond, it gives me an imagination to what I want to make, I would definitely get one, just like a casual ring, or yeah, definitely not an engagement ring. Okay. Yeah, so that's all for my slide. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something today. And before we go to the Q&A, I'm going to pass it to Huiying and Kunming for, yeah, for some showcases. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for your sharing. That was quite interesting. Actually, when we prepared this, I thought it was really quite interesting. Something out of the norm. Normally, we talk about diamonds. We talk about, when we talk about the quality, we talk about the 4Cs and all. And then, of course, we talk a little bit about the value. But it's pretty something for the values of diamonds. I think we are pretty familiar in a sense. Then after that, we'll want to talk about, synthetic diamonds and things like this. So this is just something really unusual and interesting that we wanted to share with everyone. And so while I'm going to allow chat so you can put in your questions. So before we answer your questions, all right, Kunming is going to show you some diamonds in our
Yes,
collection.
yes.
In our museum collection, as well as our institute collection. So Kunming, over to you.
Hi, everybody. Hi, good to have all you here. So now we want to show some diamonds. So let me see, let me put it on. So I'm going to show you about 8 diamonds. And in these 8 diamonds, they are slightly different from each other. And as you know, we just we just had a presentation on salt and pepper diamonds. So first one I'm going to show you is a salt and pepper diamond. Okay, this stone, let me try to adjust, make it more a bit sharper. Yes. So yeah, this is a 0.18 carat diamond, and the grade, I think the grading here would be I3, I2 to I3. So clarity wise, in terms of if you look at the salt and pepper diamond, yeah, according to the 4Cs, the clarity is pretty low. And yeah, so because of the size, I think, because when I look later, I will show you without magnification, you will see that you can't really see the pepper in the stone. It just looks like a gray stone. So most salt and pepper would be a bigger size, like maybe half a carat or 1 carat, because of to get the contrast of the salt and pepper. The next stone I want to show you is also a very peppery diamond. Very peppery with some brown stains. These brown stains are actually iron oxide. Could be iron oxide, yeah. And yes, this diamond, in terms of clarity, it will be beyond the I3. So you can't really grade it using the clarity grade, because when you see, it was like, what? This is so low quality. So I think for salt and pepper diamonds, it really came about 2 years ago. And is really interesting because it helps people, or rather it gets people to think what is beauty or what is interesting. And the way people market it in a lot of blogs, in a lot of online stores, is really the uniqueness and I wouldn't say beauty, but the uniqueness and the interest. It makes you feel like, wow, this is unique and it's interesting. And another term is the beauty within the flaw. But very interestingly, it is us who created the so-called grading system that introduced the so-called flaw. So this is something for all of us to think about. The next stone I want to show you is a 0.32 carat diamond.
Kunming, before you move on to the next one, can we go to the first one?
Yes.
I have a question here.
Okay.
Yeah. What kind of color grading would you say this diamond is?
Okay. From the looks of it, right, this is actually a very light brown diamond. from the camera, you can't really see, but can you see my mouse cursor?
Yes.
Okay, so around here, you can see a bit light brown. I would say this color would be like a LM color equivalent. Yes. Or maybe slightly better than that. Maybe KL color.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. You can go for the
Okay.
third stone. Yeah, thank you.
This one's almost black. And this one, interestingly, you can see you don't really see any brownish around it. The color is much better. This one maybe is a H color, but it has a lot of black spots in it. And the clarity grade for this most likely could be I2. And again, this 0.32 carat diamond, if you look at it not under magnification, you won't be able to see the black spots, the pepper. You will just look grayish. So this is an observation I made while doing this whole thing. I realized to get a salt and pepper, it will be bigger. If not, it will be just a shade kind of thing. The next diamond I would want to show you is very interesting. Andrew talked about it just now. And it's a pink diamond with pepper. Yeah, so yes, this is a pink diamond with pepper. And as you know, when it comes to fancy color, people don't really regard clarity so much. So this will be a raspberry chocolate chip, raspberry chocolate chip diamond, if we come up with a new name for it. And for black inclusions, I would prefer a black carbon or graphite inclusion as compared to a feather, a stone with many white lines on it, because the feathers do affect the structural integrity of the stone. Whereas black is actually a crystal, and it's like you buy one diamond, you get many crystals free, It's a great deal. So this is actually a pink diamond, and the black actually correspond with the black, so-called light leakage of the stone. You can see black spots all over the stones. This is a light leakage, and when you look at the stone from far, you don't really see the black spots. It gets covered on them. So this is one thing about this so-called pepper pink diamond. Next diamond I want to show you is actually it's rather beautiful. This is a fancy white diamond. It's graded by GIA as fancy white. Another name for this kind of diamonds is opalescence. So just now we talked about the so-called pepper inclusions. You can see some feathers in the stone. If you reflect, it reflects light and it looks white in color. But why is this stone totally white? Is because of nano inclusions. And it's so small, it's in nanometers. Therefore, using a 10 times loop, or even this Dinolite, or by the way, this Dinolite is sponsored by LFC Private Limited, and they make digital microscopes called Dinolite that you can use to show diamonds like this. Anyway, back to this diamond. It's an opalescent diamond. It's rare. It's rather rare. They call it fancy white diamond. Yeah, so it's really interesting. The next diamond I want to show you is this. This is a dark gray diamond. Okay, but if you notice clearly, you look deep into it, you don't really see like the crystals at all, the so-called pepper, because this again is in nano size, and you don't see it with a loop, or you don't see it with even 20 times magnification. I think mine's like 15 to 20 times. You don't see the so-called pepper, and it becomes a fancy color diamond, so the price increase. So black and gray, this is something very so far I find it very interesting, because it's because of clarity, crystals in the stone that becomes and makes it color. So anyway, this is something to think about. Next stone I want to show you is a rose cut diamond, like just now Andrew was mentioning. So you can see this is a very unusual inclusion with the growth mark of a diamond, and the black is again minute graphite, and this is cut in a rose cut. So sometimes I guess this kind of diamonds like the salt and pepper, they have a place of their own, because if you rate it as grade it using clarity grading, it's a 4Cs, this would be a I2 or maybe I2 or I3, because it's so obvious. The moment you look at it, you can see it's so visible. And when a consumer, as you look at the certificate, you say, wow, such a low quality diamond. But there is something colorless diamonds have actually brought up, because using that standard that makes you understand quality. So if you would like to be more adventurous, you can try to grade it differently rather than looking it through the 4Cs. Admire the beauty, admire the, I wouldn't say beauty, admire the interest of the diamond, the uniqueness. Yeah, and then next diamond I want to show you is, I call him the dinosaur. Okay, the diamond is running away from the dinosaur. This T-Rex. Okay, and again, it's also a rose cut diamond, and it has graphite inclusions in it, and it looks like T-Rex. So I find it really, really interesting, this T-Rex diamond. And yeah, these black inclusions again could be graphite, and yeah, and if it's graded on the clarity scale, this would be an I2, I3 diamond, and you can see many feathers all over the stone. I want to show you also, just now Andrew was talking.
Sorry, Kunming. Can I add on?
Yeah.
Just a quick one. So you're saying that this clarity may be I2, I3, correct?
Yeah.
So it really depends on how we cut it. If we just cut that black portion, it can well become just a black diamond without clarity grading.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's,
why do you mute yourself?
sorry, accident. There's a lot of possibilities, and I think this is why diamonds are so it's so intriguing, so fun to look at. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. Thank you
Yeah,
very
so
much.
one of the things where what we do in the Gem Museum is to create a platform for people, the public, to connect with the gem industry, and to also a place to learn, to find out more. I guess not many people, I mean, no, I don't think many stores in Singapore do sell this kind of diamonds, but they are really amazing and works wonders of nature, you know, that how it looks like. And sometimes we get to like crop up with, you know, a standard way, which is the standards of looking at economics, because at economics you need to have certain parameters to get certain value. But let's take it out for a moment and look at it more in the artistic form and how it formed. So I want to show you now using another camera. Let me just try to stop share and show you another from another camera. Let's try this out. AirPlay. Yes. Okay. So just now you saw my, oops. Da, da, da. All right, so I want to show you the diamonds now from far, not from magnification. You see? See the stones? You can't really see the salt, and you can now see the pepper for this one. Hang on, for this, the one on the extreme left, you just see that it's grayish. Which just now somebody asked what color it is. Yeah, because of the inclusions, it's really hard to tell what color it is. You really need to grade it from the bottom up. The next one, it looks looks like a black diamond. Yeah, this is one of our student samples at the institute. And this one, just now you saw it. Yeah, it looks like a gray diamond. And the pink diamond just looks pink. You don't see the black inclusions. This white diamond. So I guess a lot of photos online, they are really taken under magnification. Then you really see the pronounced black salt and pepper. Here is the white diamond, which is the fancy white diamond. Okay, fancy white, you look at it. If you do a clarity grading, this will be like I2. So it doesn't justify, because it looks so clear, like glowing. Yeah, because it has some fluorescence too. The next one is a deep dark gray, a dark gray diamond. Yeah, it looks like dark gray. And these are the so-called rose cuts, rose cut, and the T-Rex diamond. Yeah, it's like chasing after all the diamonds. Okay, I want to show you also another piece here I have. This is also a rose cut diamond. Okay, let me arrange. And yeah, look at that graphite crystal. It reminds me of a nuclear sign, and it also reminds me of Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, so you can see as I tilt it up, you can see the reflection of the facets. So you know that the way they cut it, rose cut, is really not to maximize the sparkle of the stone, but really to see the inclusion. All right, last but not least is I want to show you some rough diamonds. Okay, some rough diamonds. You look at this. Can y'all guess which one is industrial diamond, which one is gem quality? Yeah, this is gem quality, right? Yeah, this is gem quality. No lah, just kidding. This is the gem quality. This is octahedral rough diamond, and you can see very clear. The color maybe is like JK color, but because of the adamantine luster, it looks so bright. Yeah, look at that. And I only have one piece, and the rest are industrial. You can see the crystal shape, the cubic shape. You know it's diamond. Let's take a look at this one. You see two cubes, this is a twinning. Yeah, so yeah, in a way, salt and pepper diamonds, they are better quality than industrial, because you see this industrial is totally almost opaque. But very beautiful crystal structures. You can see three cubes, three baby cubes together, inseparable brothers, inseparable brothers. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I have for you for some diamonds. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. We have some time. We can answer some questions. Huiying, back to you. Wait, I need to cancel the share. Hang on. Later you all get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you, Kunming, for your sharing. Okay. Back to me. And hope you are still enjoying yourself. So we saw some questions on the chat group. All right, before we answer those questions, keep the questions coming in. Okay, I've answered a few questions already. I don't answer everything. I leave some to Andrew and Kunming to answer as well. So before we answer all your questions, just like to have a heads up and let you know what's coming up next. Okay, next week, Saturday, 8 p.m., same time, we're going to share about paparaja, about this wonderful, beautiful sapphire. And once again, Andrew is going to share some of his knowledge and understanding about paparaja. And so we would like to invite all of you back again next week, Saturday, 8 p.m. to join us for this webinar. So keep a lookout for our social media, like how you sign up, it will be on the Eventbrite as well. So in order for us to like keep track if you have come before or if you are new, is it possible that you change your name, you rename yourself right now over for your Zoom to the name that you actually registered with using, the name that you used to register on Eventbrite for this event, so that we can like sort of take a quick attendance just to be sure that oh, this person has come before. And then yeah, who knows, maybe we give out freebie or something like this to you.
Oh,
No.
maybe later I bring.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, okay. Sorry, Kumi. All right, so we're going to talk about paparaja. It's going to be quite interesting. And another exciting thing that is upcoming is actually moving out sale. So everybody knows what's going on right now, and also we decided that we're going to move out of Bukit Timah Plaza. We're going to get out of this retail shop, and we're just going to stay in Kandahar Street, which is our main museum. that's where our museum is, and we have a small little shop there. In any case, we do have some e-commerce platforms as well. So if you're interested, you can always come to us and find out more. Yeah, we will be giving you more information on our different platforms about this moving out sale. Okay, so now going back to Q&A. Okay, Kunming and Andrew, you can unmute. Both of you can unmute yourself. And there are some questions here. I will be facilitating and asking you all those questions, okay? So two questions I've answered. First one is, are salt and pepper diamond also referred to as black diamonds? So, any one of you?
Oh, because salt and pepper is more like a mix of transparent and also black. Unless there's a lot of pepper that it covers almost the whole diamond, then most probably it can get a black diamond grading. If not, it's just they will just grade it by, if you send it to make a GIS cert, you will grade it the color, and then and you grade the clarity. Yeah. So it's not a black diamond.
Yeah. So like just now, the pink that you showed, correct? It's actually pink. The body color is pink.
Yeah.
So unless there is enough of those black inclusions, then it can possibly be graded as a black diamond. Yeah.
Yep.
Second question is, where does salt and pepper diamond usually found?
So every mine produces high quality and low quality diamonds. So it can be found almost anywhere. And yeah, so it can be found in Africa, in Russia, or there are 20 diamond mines that are producing diamonds on a consistent level. So any mine will be able to produce these salt and pepper diamonds.
Andrew, you got anything to add on?
No. He said what I was thinking.
Okay, good. So
Next one, Andrew, you take lah.
No, I think yeah, I've seen the next question. I think you better take this one. So
Oh, sure.
yeah.
how would the rose-cut salt and pepper diamonds differ from pokey?
Oh, Poki is an Indian jewelry. It's made. It's actually rough diamonds, uncut diamonds. In Singapore, we have something that is similar. It's called Peranakan jewelry. They call it intan. So it's the skin of the diamond. So it is different because salt and pepper is already cut diamonds, like it's rose cut. Whereas Poki is just the rough diamond. You know, it's just rough, and they set it into jewelry. So
Flat
it's
rough.
no, it's just rough diamond. There are no specific colors. Yeah.
Oh, okay, those kind. I see. All right. So where's the next question? Looks like nuclear sign. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Actually, Kunming, can you compare the two? We still got a little bit of time, right? Let me check. I think we still have I have a little bit of time. Kunming, can you pull out the nuclear sign and the other one that is totally opposite?
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, and put side by side and show everybody. Because I personally find it very interesting. Like, oh, they actually the same pattern, but then, you know, they are like alternate. Yeah, so when Kunming show you, you can have a look. So our Gem Museum is a little bit different. We like it a little bit more interactive lah.
Okay. Can you see?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, Huiying, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so it's really interesting because you can see that the Mercedes sign, right, on the right hand side. Okay, we just talk about the two on the right. Okay, on the right hand side is the black is the Mercedes, then the middle one is white is the Mercedes. So it's really interesting how, you know, how diamonds can grow same but different. Like it's the same but it's different. The structure, everything is the same, but the way those minerals deposit is different. You know how the graphite is stays there, or other black minerals that grows together with the diamond, how it deposits is very different, right? But you can see the pattern is the same. So anyway, this is just like, for me personally, it's interesting to show everyone. Thank you very much, Kunming.
You're
Is
welcome.
there anything you want to add on?
No, not much. Let's see if there are any more questions. Let me stop
Yes,
the
another
share.
one. Is durability an issue? Andrew.
Okay, I'm gonna take this one.
Yeah.
So for durability of salt and pepper, it really depends on um, does it have any threatening inclusions like feathers or large crystals inside the diamond. So in this case, the pepper, you might see there's a lot of pepper in it, but those are very tiny crystals that will not be an issue for the diamond structurally or yeah, the durability. So for salt, in the other hand, yeah, you have to see the size of it as well. Tiny ones, not a problem. Big one, yeah, you have to take a look for yourself. Mm.
Yeah, for durability wise, like what you say, Andrew, if too much salt, and the salt sometimes, if the inclusion is feathers, then it will be a problem. So maybe what you can do when you buy a salt and pepper diamond, bring a loop along, and make sure there's more pepper than the salt. Or if it's salt, maybe if it's small little crystals and not feathers, that's important. Yeah, because we had somebody who came to the lab many years ago. When he gave my father a diamond, he gave a flawless diamond. I think was a 1 or 2 carat flawless diamond, and to grade, and it was flawless. And after that, he brought back and he set it into a ring. He wore it for a year or two, and then he brought it back again just to check on the setting. Maybe he hit the diamond somewhere, or he lost his temper and he do something with it. And he asked my father to double check the diamond, and there was a feather on the edge of the stone. So the grading went from flawless to VVS1 or VVS2. So yeah, feathers are something that we take note of, and when we look at diamonds, when we buy a diamond.
Okay, I would like to add on as well. So usually when the diamond is cut, rose cut, right, they actually come from like slices. That means they slice it off, which means that on the surface, so the large surface, right, in this direction, the hardness is actually very hard. It's really the hardest part of the diamond. So if you're asking if, let's say I knock it, would it break into pieces and all? No, no, it's not going to happen so easily because diamonds are really hard. It's hard to in that direction. It's really hard. It's hard to break in that direction. Okay, so of course, if there are some feathers and things like that at the side, coming from the side, then probably it might just have more and more cracks going in. But otherwise, it should be very, very durable. Okay, diamonds are really very durable. Okay, are there any more questions coming in? Thank you, Sudeep. Yeah, I think it's for the better if we want to continue on our retail shop to bring more interesting gems, rocks, and minerals for people. We really do have to move out.
Yeah, we were moving online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we move out of physical place and we're moving online. So also lah, not so bad. Okay, you can join us for the webinars and then we can continue to have more interaction still. Yeah. So there's a question. Not I don't know if it's a question or a statement. Great gray diamond costs more salt and less pepper. Is it right? I
Gray,
think
because
yeah.
it looks gray. But gray diamonds are actually valuable.
Yeah, grays are quite valuable,
Yeah,
especially grays with a little bit of blue.
yeah, 1 carat gray. The time when I saw no 2 carat gray diamond, but it's really have a lot of inclusion. So maybe the clarity is like I2, I3. 2 carat size is like okay, not so valuable, about $8,000, $10,000. Yeah, but if the clarity is better and it has blue in it, a 1 carat blue gray diamond, it will be about 150 to $200,000. So
Blue gray.
it's yeah, gray blue, okay, gray blue. If it's blue gray, then it's a different price. It's a much lower price. So it's a mystery, So diamonds and it's a very interesting mystery. Yeah.
Yeah, so when we look at this unique diamond, right? say for example, we're talking about diamond, salt and pepper diamond with a lot of pepper, it may look black, but it may not be classified or graded as black diamond. Okay, there are two very different things. One, we are talking about clarity. Another one, we're talking about color. Color means the whole body. What is the color? So if you are interested, right, maybe the next round, not next round, like next time, like in the future, we can talk about color of diamonds. It's very, very interesting. Or we can specifically talk about black diamonds. Yeah, so that can be something that is very interesting for everyone to understand as well. Okay, so anything else, Kunming and Andrew, you want to add on?
No, I think that's all.
No,
Thank
that's
you
all
very
for me.
much, everybody, for joining
Okay,
us.
yeah, so okay, so I just want to tell everybody thank you for joining us. And the Gem Museum, our vision is to be the platform, in fact, to be the international platform that bridges the gems and jewelry industry with the rest of the world. So thank you for joining us again. I hope that you enjoyed today's webinar, and we are going to have more webinars this month. Particularly, we're going to have every Saturday. Okay, July onwards, there will be a little bit of changes. So we are still trying out what's the best way to share, our knowledge and share passion with everyone. We are appreciative. We appreciate every one of you for your interaction with us, for your questions and all that. So thank you so much. Just a heads up as well. The questions that we have, right, we're going to consolidate and put it into written format and send to all of you. So we do need you to have your names, so like rename yourself so that we can send to you the questions and the answers, yeah, in the next few days. So thank you, Barbara. Barbara, very interesting. Oh, okay. Join us next time, when COVID, this circuit breaker is finished, we can have a, I don't know.
No, I don't think she's
Right,
in
no.
Singapore.
You're not in Singapore?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you lived in Singapore. Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Okay, we'll see you again next week. Keep a lookout on our social media. We will send you email as well. All right, for the next the registration for the next webinar.